What's up guys, Taylor with TK Disc Golf, and today we are reviewing the Ascend from Streamline Discs. This is their newest fairway driver, coming in at flight number 6 speed, 5 glide, -3 turn, and 0.5 fade, making it a really fun fairway driver whether you're a new player or been playing for a decade. It's got a really nice feel in the hand, a little bit of shoulder, very similar in the feel to it like a drift, but obviously a 6 speed. So hey, let's take this thing to the field and into the woods and see how it flies. I only recorded a few shots in the field today with the Ascend simply because it does two things for me at my power level. Throw it on a nice hyzer, it flips up to flat, turns, fades back, or if you throw it relatively flat, it's going to go right the entire way on a right-hand backhand. Two really useful shots. But there wasn't really too much to showcase in the field, as this is not where I think this disc is going to be most utilized for. For me, I think the bread and butter is going to be in the woods and controlling your shots. Obviously, newer players, you're going to have a really good time throwing this thing flat, getting a nice turn out of it, fade, learning your consistency, learning how to control your hyzer releases. But for a power player like myself, I really am enjoying this thing in the woods. I took it to Osage Grove in Goshen, Ohio. It's a really wooded course, lots of fairways and trees to hit, but was able to actually carve through most of them pretty well with success. On the very tight wooded lines, throwing them on nice controlled hyzers, flipping up the flat. I can get them to stay straight if I need to, especially at the 175 gram range. It would flip up the flat very nicely, ride super straight, and have absolutely maybe like a half fade for me. I really was seeing that fade really low. And then obviously if I'm needing the shot to flip up the flat, go straight, and have a really late turn, that shot is very useful as well. MVP did send us a 169 gram and a 175 gram, both of them white, so it's hard to distinguish the two on camera, but basically I was using the 169 for those long turning shots that I could trust to stay turned to the right the entire way, and then if I needed the shot to stay as straight as possible, I was relying on that strong hyzer flip with the 175 grams. Another useful shot that I think you're going to be able to use the Ascend for is for those lunge out forehands where you end up in the rough from your tee shot and you still have quite a ways to go to the basket. When I lunge out to the right, down to a knee, I can really trust that forehand line to stay super straight, and I can either get it to go laser straight or I can get it to fade left a little bit towards the end of its flight to get me all the way up to the pin. That's something that you just can't do with, like, let's say a resistor or a pyro, or if any of those other approach shot discs that are super overstable. If you can learn to throw forehand with an understable disc like this, you can really save some strokes off your score when the backhand line isn't there, or the forehand with an overstable disc just isn't going to cut it. So the more understable you can forehand on some of these touch shots like this, the better your score is going to be at the end of the round. But wrapping things up here, like I said earlier, this disc is going to be great for all skill levels. If you're a new player that's never thrown around or just beginning like the past couple months, you're really going to love that this thing's going to hyzer flip easy for you, get nice turning shots, and then predictable fade every single time. But for the high power throwers or experienced players, this thing in the woods is going to be your best friend, being able to hit those nice and tight fairway lines super straight, or trust that the thing is going to hold turn all the way to the ground. Ascend is going to be that fairway shot whether you are a new player or a seasoned player. I want to thank you guys for watching our review video of the Streamline Ascend. I really hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more of our content, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all of our latest videos, and we will see you on the next one.